Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Stefan playing Stellaris, and today we're going to continue on with episode 8 of our series of playing tall on the Grand Admiral difficulty. So let's resume. So this is the second time I'm trying to record this. First time I messed up and forgot to click record for the last third of the video. So yeah, who would have thought Stefan screwing up recordings. Also from the results of the little poll I did so far, it seems that I'm going to be doing a technology video. And it's gonna take some time to produce, but I hope to have it out this week. Anyways, let's actually resume with the series. So last we left off, we were finished completely and utterly fucking over the United Technor holdings. We took about a fourth of their land and have secured a pretty decent choke point over in Downscaled. In fact, I am building up a nice defensive station over here. And hopefully this is actually the furthest we spread. Because we're supposed to be playing tall, but we're on the larger side of the empires in this galaxy, so that's not exactly good. But at the same time, it's not exactly detrimental. We're only getting like a 20% extra penalty to research than what I would have liked to have. But anyways, we can now start taking down some of these starports, like over at Trabano, over there that I just took down. And you know what, actually I'm going to keep the one at Unox Mall because who knows, the L-gate is here. So it may or may not screw us over if someone opens it. I doubt that happens, but it's generally good practice. Especially if you're playing this with multiplayer, because then someone can just intentionally screw you over with the Great Tempest. Then again though, it is only a chance of the Great Tempest actually occurring. And there's actually a couple other events that can happen. But realistically, if you're going for the L-gate, you should be preparing for the Great Tempest. And basically what that means is that you gotta be lucky enough to not spawn near too many L-gates, because otherwise the Great Tempest fleets with 30k power each can absolutely decimate your empire. However, the nearest one is quite far away, and so that's not gonna be a problem. Overall though, I'm gonna just keep on purchasing these L-gate insights. And since I'm not playing with the beta patch, this is still a problem. I need to have more than 0 available leader slots for like no reason. So I'm gonna have to dismiss one of my scientists to get an L-gate insight. We are getting pretty close to getting all 7 of them. I'm pretty sure they respawn every 10 years or so, so in a couple episodes, we'll crack that baby open. Well, I don't know if this appears again, so I'm gonna just let that hang out right here. It's gonna be years and years. Okay, let's not do that. And yeah, actually, it doesn't matter because we can invest in the Ministry of Culture at any time. So I think it's probably a good thing that I didn't ruin the quality of the video by having that thing on the screen for like 5 minutes. Also, we got our advanced afterburners, and actually we can go for battleships now. Battleships are what I'm gunning for in terms of a fleet, just a mono battleship fleet. And yeah, these cruisers are just temporary. I would have gone with corvettes or artillery destroyers if I was going offensive, but since the intent of this playthrough is to go defensive, at least for the first 100 years, I'm using cruisers since they have the highest chance of actually surviving an engagement, because they have the highest HP, and since they're not prone to getting one shot, they tend to retreat if they can. So that means that they're good in their role at hanging around stations and repairing after successive waves of attacks. Yeah, and also looks like these guys are being kind and just giving us energy credits. That's quite nice. And so with that, I will go ahead and purchase a Ministry of Culture. Oh, these guys also want a non-aggression pact. The military junta. That's because they think we're a threat. The great pacifist menace. I think I'm just gonna pop a Ministry of Culture on one of my habitats. Doesn't matter where you place it, it still provides all the bonuses. Oh dang, we actually succeeded at Galan for once. Our covert operatives on Galan now number in the thousands, spread out across all the major nations on the planet. The most successful cell members have managed to reach leading positions in the government from which they are able to influence and help along the careers of other agents. Excellent. The Vizak-controlled government will be upon these guys. Anyways, we got our good old 0 point up and running, and so now we can invest in master builders. Master Builders is going to give us access to Mega Engineering, increase Mega Structure build speed, and give us extra tiles of space on all of our habitats. So as I've said before, the extra 3 tiles of space and habitats is worth it on its own, because it basically makes habitats just your typical size 15 planet, except they actually have better buildings in terms of unity and physics and society and engineering. Also, I will be going on with battleship research for now, because it's going to take ample time to actually get the 3 traditions we need to unlock the next Ascension perk. So maybe we can even fit in a smaller tech before doing Mega Engineering. Also, it looks like I'm going to be actually strapped on energy for a little bit, because curators and artisans are quite expensive.
Construction project concluded.
Oh, so apparently the Thorian Cooperative is now lacking energy credits to maintain a trade treaty. Am I getting a -100 modifier to opinion? Nope. Well then, because I know if we run out of resources when trading with someone, they get pissed. And in this case, like, I can't really do anything. Anyways, we got some consolidation on Galan. We have managed to replace most Nitroxy world leaders with our own disguised agents, with a few unfortunate exceptions. Efforts are underway now to deal with those last few stubborn holdouts, but we have to push the date of our planned reveal forward. Yeah, that's quite a shame. Overall though, I am planning on building us up a solid little fleet, hopefully about 30k fleet power. That way we can take on the Scrapper and get some good tech out of that, and also take down the L-Gate if we do get the Great Tempest. Alright, looks like we got the job done and annexed Galan. After achieving complete dominion over the Nitroxy political leadership, our infiltration cells have successfully paved the way for the arrival of the first contact unit. In a lavish ceremony held at the new planetary capital, our diplomatic envoy graciously accepted a petition signed by every world leader on Galan calling for the planet's immediate annexation to the Admiral Lithian League. Jubilant citizens are crowding the streets, cheering on their new alien benefactors. Compliments to all infiltration cells on a job well done. So yeah, they're extremely happy that they got annexed. And you know what would be completely ironic? You know, after going through all this effort to annex this one planet, you know, if we just purged them from our worlds. Now, we can't actually exterminate them because it's not part of our policy, but the next best thing is just to deport them all and replace them with our own pops. Now, fortunately, the fact that they are extremely happy means that they actually will not produce any unrest on the planet, and so it's going to be a pretty calm transition. The good aliens came and the good aliens just asked them to leave. And yeah, that's all it is. Oh wow, we actually got a lot of trade deal offers. Let's see here. These guys want a research agreement, and you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. These guys want to trade some beryllium ore for our extra crystals. Alright, I don't mind that. And we also have these guys who also want to trade quite a bit more materials for our Urantic crystals. But god damn it, I can't actually accept it. Serves me right for not looking through all the deals. Also looks like these spaceports defenses are still bugged, so I'm gonna just kill them all. In fact, I'm not even gonna replace them with new defense platforms. We can do that pretty easily before whatever these guys have can come in and wreck us. Ooh, interesting. We got gateway activation, even though we don't actually have any normal gateways on our territory. Or on any territory, in fact. There's only one in the whole entire freaking galaxy. Yep, it's just wormholes and L-gates. Nothing normal. Alright. The thing is, if we research gateway travel, it will actually give us access to gateway construction technology very quickly. And that could be very useful because our situation with our borders is not too convenient since we have two separate choke points that are quite a fair distance away. In fact, they're about 3 years away with my cruisers at this point, and it's going to be even longer with battleships. Overall, it might be pretty useful to get some gateway travel going on. But for now, I'm going to gun for Trachyon Lances. That's a more pertinent issue right now. Because with Trachyon Lances on battleships, you're pretty powerful. Also, when trading, I would advise to actually check out the trade willingness of different empires, because with high trade willingness, you get better deals, and better deals are better deals, and yeah, they're pretty much always good. Actually, you know what? My fleets are consuming quite a bit of minerals, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually disband one of them, and yeah, just hope for the best.
We are subject to a declaration of war.
All right then, this is not a wise move. I mean, I was gonna build up some battleships anyway, but this was a major royal screw up. At least we got some mineral production. I mean, I should be able to just withstand whatever they have, honestly. Also, I could go for some expansion with these guys too. Well, we're being quite the expansionist little pacifist empire, aren't we? I mean, the main problem is the fact that they're still probably an overwhelming force at this point. So it's gonna be a bit difficult to actually hold them off, but you know what? If we can, it's gonna be worth it. So let's design our battleships then. And in fact, this time we can actually design them in accordance to what our enemy has. And what our enemy has is a shit ton of railguns. So that means that I'm actually gonna go for some extra armor on my ships, and that's gonna work out to our benefit. The thing with afterburners is the fact that they're actually gonna make our battleships way faster than our cruisers. So my little mouse panzers will serve us well. That is, of course, if we actually can get enough of them in time, which I'm actually not too sure about. But regardless, we do have about 2 years until these guys actually invade, and so I hope to use those 2 years to my advantage. In the end, this is probably going to end up being quite the waste, but you know what? This is what the game should do. Teach me from my mistakes. Alright, well, let's see if we can actually get this up and running. Also, these guys are going to be at war, and if I was a betting man, I would bet that these guys would get utterly wrecked. I mean, they don't even have a starport over at the choke point right over here. I mean, that's kind of sad. Also, what is quite sad is that a single battleship is pretty much worth like 4 of our cruisers, which is not the ratio you would want. Also looks like the little flock of construction ships is still here, which is quite odd indeed. Now, what I should have done is I should have not been an idiot and actually waited until my neighbors got into a war, because I'm pretty sure that was going to happen anyway, right? Because, I mean, what are the chances of that not happening? These guys are hostile to United North Holdings, and it would have been quite convenient if they decided to, you know, just declare some war. We also get some aid from the Jazgavaz Democratic Dominions, which is quite nice. Now with this energy, I should be able to eke out a couple more battleships for my fleets. Also, what we should be doing, since we are planning to kind of take them over, is build up a couple armies. We are going to be going for an invasion of a planet. What is also quite odd is the fact that these guys aren't actually attacking. Let's see here. Relative Navy strength is actually not that much. I'm not actually gonna mobilize my fleet quite yet. I'm gonna wait until we're about 80% in the war exhaustion, because I'm only claiming this little chunk of territory. And from the looks of it, they aren't actually really responding to aggression. But anyways, we now have the murder of Frigid quite near us, and so we might as well use that to our advantage. So we're just gonna rush in and take out the starbase and hopefully experience minimal losses, because most of the losses should be absorbed by their fleet. Oh yeah, now war between these guys is over, and there's actually been some territorial gains. Good for my neighbors. Oof, I see their attack swarms, and it's not pretty. 7.7, 5.6. I mean, our fleets pretty much match theirs, and my fleets are somewhat optimized against their fleets, so maybe this can work out. I am a retard. I completely forgot that these guys were not in defensive pact. Shit. Well then. RIP transport fleet then. I did not expect this. Well, at the very least, I can actually order this fleet to retreat over to Tyrum, hopefully. Right? There's no set starbase here. Shit. Well, I guess they're just gonna retreat wherever, and my fleets should be able to go ahead and retreat to our station. I really hope they're not gonna catch up, because if they do, we're kind of screwed. No. God damn it. Granted, we aren't actually doing that bad, but I'm gonna order my ships to retreat. Oh wow, we actually even get some traits out of that. That's nice. Well, we know for sure that this station can withstand whatever they throw at us. So hopefully they come at it. Nope, they're returning to Hadar. Whatever. You know, if you occupy a couple of systems, we should be able to set a little status quo. Also, RIP, I actually lost a battleship in our retreat. That sucks.
Receiving transmission.
Okay, so these guys want peace. You know what? You know what I want? I want a blitz. So I'm gonna try something real quick here. I'm just gonna order my ships to go into different directions and hopefully be able to capture Zahir before ending the war. Let's see here. They're attacking classes 1. Oh, we might not have the time to do it. Alright, so this is a bit cheeky, but I'm just gonna settle status quo right here, right now. And we're just gonna get 2 systems with a nice little bit of resources in them. We're not actually gonna use these as our defensive systems. We have this right here, but it's just resources. Like, I'm not gonna say no to free minerals. But regardless, we can now get our finisher in diplomacy, increase our trust cap, and in 11 months we'll be able to get some megastructure restoration going, and then start building a good old ring world. But that'll be for next episode. We can even get another Elgate insight out of these guys once we get our monthly allowance. So that means in about 2 episodes I'm going to be able to pop that thing open and check what's inside it. But anyways, if you liked what you saw, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. I'll be putting out the next video of this series quite shortly. And there is going to be a nice detailed strategy episode on technology coming up, hopefully during this week. So anyways, thanks for watching, and see you guys next one. Bye bye.